A multi-tiered question, so let me try to break it down. How close are we to being getting the official certification as a party? We lack about 45,000 new registered voters to be able to get through the sausage maker of the Secretary of State's office by October 3rd, so that as they then follow the law, it basically becomes a rubber stamp process that would allow us to then hold our statewide convention, elect a board of officers, amend and adopt a set of bylaws, and then begun to function totally as a party. So we'd be able to run candidates in the primaries for 2024. So we have a statewide organization that we're in the process of building. We have 23 current chapters already open. Over the next 2 to 3 weeks, we'll have another 7 open. We'll be at 30 chapters by the middle to the 3rd week of May. We hope to have 50 chapters open by the 1st of June or sometime in June. And we wanted to build an organization because we didn't want just people to sign registration affidavits and say, oh yeah, I'm going to change my party preference, which is the actual legal thing they do, to Common Sense Party. We want to build an organization so that we have the ability from the day one to find good quality people who want to run for office at all levels within the state, to help level that campaign finance law, help vet them, help level that field, and help good people get into office, which goes to Ariel's point, why are there so few people? If you were running as a non-endorsed candidate in California, without the party endorsement, which you only earn through proving your loyalty to and adherence to their agenda of ballot issues and platforms, you don't have that endorsement, which you have to earn over time for the most part. If you're running as an independent thinking Democrat or an independent thinking Libertarian or a Republican or just an NPP, you are at a significant disadvantage in California. On a personal level, the campaign finance laws give the representative of an official party an over 9-to-1 advantage in raising money on an individual level. And what I mean by that, the specifics of the law is, if you're a representative of a party in California, a donor can give you a check for $5,500. If you're a representative of the party, they can write you a second check. It's made out to the party for your campaign. The party then will endorse that check right back to you into your campaign, and that check can be for another $45,500. In essence, that same individual, if they have the means, can give a candidate that they want to help get elected $51,000 versus only being able to give somebody who's not the endorsed candidate of a party $4,500. That's a huge advantage. But even worse than that never gets talked about or challenged in the media, is the fact that as a representative of an official party, that party can raise money from anyone, anywhere, any corporation, etc. They can raise and give that candidate's campaign unlimited funds. So if they're in a race, one of their endorsed candidates is up against an independent thinking member of their same party even, or an opposition party that makes it in the primary, looks like they're going to challenge them, or makes it through the primary into the general election, they will just swamp their opponent's message with as much money as it takes. And because of the media, their complicit nature in our state, as across the country similarly, they never call them out. So there's no accountability. So we all know that a candidate A can say anything about candidate B. Lies, bold-faced lies, 180 degrees opposite and provable, but no one holds them accountable. All they have to do is they win the election, people go in and that person loses, the endorsed candidate wins, and then it's all forgotten that was nothing but lies that took down their opposition. So as soon as we become a party, one of the most important things we believe will happen is there are many, many people within the Democratic Party and other parties that went into service as really good intentioned people. They got into the system and realized quickly they have two choices: get out or acquiesce to the leadership of those parties. And so they say, okay, I went through this process. I've worked all this. I sacrificed all this. I got elected. Man, do I want to be gone in 2 years? I guess I'll play the game. So I'll do what they tell me. I compromise my values, and I believe and I justify in my mind that I'll make incremental improvement and I'm better here than somebody else. And they justify it whatever means they need to, and they continue on. And that's why we don't get good independent thinking, quality individuals up there. But as soon as there's a new path where those same individuals can say, no, I'm going to do what my constituents expect and my heart tells me is the right thing, and leadership is telling me to do something different or the opposite, I can look leadership in the eye and say, I'm not going to do that. And they know that I have a path. If I do the right thing to get reelected, I can then just become a common sense Democrat, a common sense Republican. I don't have to give up any of my beliefs. I'm not asked to change any of my positions. And now I have a path to get reelected by doing the right thing. So we believe as soon as we become an official party, you will begin to see a lot of people already elected begin to stand up and do what they believe is right, and will begin to start to fix these issues in